Have you ever read this line down here from Yeshua? He says, for if you believed Moses, you would believe me, for he wrote about me. Did you catch that? Like, if you believe what Moses wrote, you'll understand who the Messiah is. Do you know that you probably don't know who Yeshua is or what he was prophesied to do if you didn't read the law of Moses? That's why some of you have been deceived, thinking that the Messiah, when he came, could do away with the law. That actually goes against what was prophesied about him by Moses. In fact, it says right here, so verse 45, don't think that I shall accuse you to the Father. There is one who accuses you, Moses, in whom you trust. So these people, the Judaistic Pharisees who were following Judaism, not the Torah in fullness, they were making extra man-made rules, remember, instead of just following the law. So they trusted in Moses, like, we're saved because we're Jews. And he's like, no, you're not. Like, no, you're trusting in Moses, but you're not even doing the very works of righteousness. Remember, they had just accosted Yeshua for healing a man on the Sabbath, which was never a violation of the Torah. Only their man-made rules codified in Judaism later in the Talmud, right? I mean, Yeshua's like, I didn't break the law. Like, you think I broke the law, but I didn't. It's not according to your rules. It's according to the spirit of the law. There's no commandment that you can't heal on the Shabbat. So rather than glorifying and rejoicing in this beautiful work that had been done, they're like angry. And he's like, look, you guys are trusting in Moses, but Moses is going to accuse you. What does that mean? Well, because everybody knows in the Hebrew culture, you understand this if you read the Bible, upon Judgment Day, we're all judged by the law of Moses. That's what we're judged on. Like, that's the open book test. We're told, like, this is your manual. This is how your works are judged. Remember, Revelation 2 and 3 say 7 times that our works are judged on Judgment Day, not our hearts, because our hearts will produce the good works or bad works. Remember, it says our hearts are deceitful. Okay, so our works are going to be judged. And he says right here, like, Moses is going to accuse you. That's why we have to ask for forgiveness when we've broken the law, and continue to try our best with the power of the Holy Spirit to obey, because then we get grace. Grace is the ability to walk out the law now, trying our best. We've been forgiven eternally from the horrible errors we've made, but he's helping us to overcome. Okay, anyway, he goes on to say this, do not think that I shall accuse you to Moses. Do not think that I shall accuse you to the Father. There is one who accuses you, Moses, in whom you trust. For if you believed Moses, for if you actually followed him and believed him, you would believe me, for he wrote about me. Like Moses wrote about Yeshua. Again, you don't know him if you haven't read Moses. But if you do not believe his writings, how will you believe my words? If you don't believe the words of Moses, you're not going to believe Yeshua. Moses said the Messiah was going to come and teach obedience to the law, not do away with it. Some of you are not believing the words of Moses, and you're going to get the same rebuke.